All right, so let's talk about how we can use absolute values. So I could make a statement that the absolute value of negative 20 is 15 greater than positive 5. Okay? All right, so let's go back to the number scale for a moment. For instance, if I said to you, plus 2 is how many units greater than negative 2? Well, then you would go to the negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 2 is 4 units greater than negative 2, right? That makes sense because we can visibly see on the number scale where the negative 2 lies and where the positive 2 lies, right? We could say negative 5 is 5 units less than 0, right? Obvious. But what happens when we are talking about absolute numbers? I'm saying that the value of negative 20 is 15 greater than 5, positive 5. So here's where I find my positive 5. The absolute value of negative 20. Well, negative 20, right, is all the way down here. Okay, negative 20. The absolute value of negative 20 is 15 greater than 5. Well, if you look at just the number scale, what's 15 greater than 5? Well, I'd go this way, right? 15, yada, 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 and I find myself at plus 20. Right? What's 15 greater than 5? 20. But we're talking, this is where the understanding of absolute value matters. Okay? What is the absolute value of negative 20? The absolute value is 20. No regard for the sign at all. Okay? So the absolute value of 20 is 15 greater than positive 5. Not than the absolute value of 5, just positive 5. So if I take positive 5 and I go 15 greater, so in other words, I add plus 15, that equals 20, right? Okay, it equals the absolute value of 20. Okay, so this is important. We'll take a moment and look at it, okay? When we're talking about number and being concerned about its sign, then we have to look at the number scale, right? We see where it is on the number scale. But when we're talking about absolute numbers, we're talking about numbers and we don't care about the sign. We just need to know what the absolute value is. That way I can make expressions like this that are still true because we're not talking about the sign. We're talking about just the unit, right? The absolute value of negative 20, which is 20, is 15 greater than plus 5. So if I add 15 to 5, I get 20, right?